Hey, y'all, and welcome to day 7 of the WSOP and to the 4th annual WSOP All Vegas Poker Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'll be your host. And joining me as co hosts are, assuming behind that playful primates account is my pal Isaac, and ASG is here, and of course, our special coach for the summer, and Joey is here as well. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Or wherever you are, excuse me. I'm going to give a few announcements and we're going to hit the ground running. Please be reminded that we will always try to give the most updated and accurate information possible, but we are human and the information is always fluid in the poker world. So please make sure to double check any information we provide to ensure yourself the best experience possible. And please correct us if we are wrong. We want to make sure we're saying it right. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. It is free of charge. You can find the recordings of my past spaces and interviews on that YouTube channel. Also, don't forget the meetup game is June 26th at the Bellagio at 2 p.m. It is a cash game. Pizza will be provided by our friends Sean McCormick and Craig Larson. And we are appreciative of that. And if you've never been to one, let me tell you, mark your calendar and get there. It's going to be a blast. Quilt for Charity fundraiser is ongoing, so please consider making a tax-deductible donation via the designated link to the Poker Gives charity Feed the Homeless program. The $10 donation gets you 1 ticket into the raffle. A $25 donation gets you 5 tickets. Don't miss your chance to win this one-of-a-kind autographed poker t-shirt quilt. The celebration of life of Steve Disney will be June 3rd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the American Legion at Chastain Park in Atlanta. It is open to everyone. Reach out to me if you need additional information. I'm sad to say we're going to take a moment of silence here in a minute to pay respects to somebody I just literally found out 2 minutes before going on air passed away. I had the pleasure of interviewing Doc Henson a few years ago when I did Flophouse Radio. And let me tell you, he was a team and a Flophouse Radio favorite for sure. He will be missed. So, Charles Doc Henson, may God have mercy on your soul. We'll take a moment. Thank you. Just to fill everybody in on what the hell's going on here. Oh, look, another cart is rolling by, and I'm not even by the luggage now. It's a food cart. You just can't make this shit up. But anyway, just to fill everybody in on what's going on and what I'm doing. Okay, so you guys know we went up to Indianapolis for the Antique Roadshow. So we left after the garage sale on Saturday. I took a load to the Goodwill, and then we got on the road and we headed to Nashville. Spent the night in Nashville on Saturday night, got up, did the show Sunday morning, and then we went out to Justin Timberlake's restaurant, 12:30, had a fabulous meal. I recommend it. And then we hit the road to Indianapolis, where we arrived about 9 o'clock last night. Slept pretty good, I'd have to say. Got up this morning at the butt crack of dawn, 5 a.m., and made our way over to the Antique Roadshow. And of course, they tell you to bring chairs and sunscreen and bug spray and water. And so you think, oh my God, this is going to be misery, right? And how long is this going to take us? Well, I'm happy to say that it only took us about an hour and 45 minutes to go through the entire process, including getting 3 items evaluated and appraised. So we were very lucky. And I'm just going to tell everybody, if you ever consider going to the Antique Roadshow to have things evaluated, if you don't have the early, like in this case, we had the 7:30 ticket, 7:30 a.m. ticket. If you don't have that ticket, the 8 or maybe even the 8:30 ticket, I would not even go. Because when we were leaving at about 10 to 9, the cart is going by. This is so hilarious. When we were leaving at about 10 to 9, the line was crazy. And we looked at each other and said, oh, hell to the no. But of course, we drove a long way, right? So just a little insider information, if you will. And I want to tell you guys about something, and I'll post a picture at some point. There was one gentleman that brought literally a piece of the University of Indiana. I'm going to try to put it in the chat. A piece of the University of Indiana's basketball court. That was that piece of the floor was down on the university's basketball court. And I may have the exact dates wrong, but I think he had said from 1998 through 1993. And the year they took it out was the year that Indiana and Bobby Knight went undefeated. And that piece of floor that I put in the chat, you'll see a picture of it, is actually signed by Bobby Knight. Now, this is going to be one question. I want you guys to participate and put your answer in the chat. What do you think the appraisal was for that piece of University of Indiana Bobby Knight history? So put your answers in the chat. What do you think it appraised at? It was quite a showstopper, I'm just going to tell you. And it certainly was fun to be right there when they were evaluating and the guy was telling the story and we got all the details, so to speak. So take a look at that picture, put in the chat what you think that piece of floor is estimated at. You won't believe it. All right, Isaac, you've been found? Maybe. There
I
he is.
mean, I mean, as well as we can be expected to be found, but I'm allegedly here. So
Isaac is burning the candle at both ends. A big project was kind of dumped on his lap. And of course, he wants the Green Visor Gang to always succeed. So he takes that project by the horns and is burning the candle at both ends while trying to play poker, raise a family, drive kids around. You guys know the routine. So, it is what it is, Isaac, and good for you,
yeah,
buddy.
light work, right? Yeah,
Light
light
work,
work.
light
We'll
work.
call it that. I'll put it to you like this. Shout out to my guy Joey. I saw his post in Gen Chat last night where he was like, "Hey, if anybody wants to come play," and I was so fucking close, Joey. I was close, bro, but I was too delirious
Uh,
to get in there. But I got you tonight if you're playing, brother.
yeah, so Sherry, if you don't know what he's talking about, I have been having the most amazing journey over at the Green Visor Gang.
Nice.
And so I'll tell you, listen, what you see is not what you get because you could deposit $20 and it'll be gone in an hour over there because they're freaking good. And so I
Right.
learned my lesson in my first tournament, but now I've been making final tables and I've been challenging myself by playing, 10, 20%, whatever cash games against the superstars over there. We're having fun, right?
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. And guess what? We talk about this often, but I don't think sometimes we really realize the results of us being together in spaces like this. Like Joey is now playing the Green Visor game because of spaces. I'm now playing the Green Visor game because of spaces. Isaac, Exec Deck, D-Man, and many other Dillo Green Visor gang members hang out with us daily. Why? Because of spaces. So those connections are a direct result of spaces and good things are happening. Like good things are happening and it's exciting to see and I love it. Like this is what motivates me when I hear somebody say, yeah, I shot so and so a DM after I met him on your space and we're going to do this. That's exactly what I want to have happen. And people will tell you, I say, look, when we're on the space, please don't try to connect with the person and say, hey, let's do this together or do you want to do that? Public place, that's not where it's at. Go behind the scenes when the space is over, DM them, have a personal conversation with them. Don't put them on the spot in the space because once the word gets out that we put people on the spot, then people won't come. And we want those connections and we want you to reach out to them privately and say, hey, I got to chat with you on Sherry's space. Do you think you would be interested? Or, hey, I got this project. Would you be interested? Or whatever. I'm all about it. just do it behind the scenes because it really makes our guests feel way more comfortable with what we're doing. And because a lot of them, I'm going to be honest with you, for some of the people that are new to spaces, spaces have a bad reputation for some people because there were a bunch of assholes, plain and simple. There were a bunch of bullies in spaces. And so a lot of people, when you say the word, hey, come on our space on Twitter, they're like, hell no. I can't tell you how many guests have said, no, I would never go there because of this was said, or they did this to this person, or they attacked this person. And I'm going to tell you that's part of my motivation. And those that are in my inner circle will tell you that's part of my motivation. Is to make spaces a safe place to be, a fun place, a place we can learn, hang out, develop friendships, develop business relationships, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I've worked very hard the last 3 years to make spaces a good thing, to take away that negative energy and negative black cloud that some have put in place for us. And so I feel like we're very successful at that. Do we get off the rails at times? Yeah, who gives a shit? That's part of spaces too. But I hope that we're always trying to do positive work for the poker community. And give people opportunities to network, meet people we have people from across the world that are getting to speak with people in the poker community that maybe they would never have a chance to meet in person. And that is amazing to me. That is so cool about what we're doing. So I'm getting off my soapbox. Go ahead, Isaac.
Oh no, I was just gonna say another great reason not to try to do those things like during a space is because people can be put on the spot and feel obligated in the moment, right?
Right.
And then it's like
It's awkward as
afterwards
fuck.
nothing happens because again, it was just for the sake of, what everybody
Right.
sees and hears.
Right.
So, yeah.
And it's very awkward. And just trust me, it just works out that better that way. Just know that I have the experience and the knowledge base to tell you it just works out better. And it's sort of like, some people will be like, oh, Sherry's got this person on. I'm going to come up in there and confront them about blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, people will tell you, I ask tough questions and put people on the spot, but I never want to make the person a guest like squirm in their seat. Like that's not the why I'm here. I'm here to give everybody a chance to inform us, for us to ask those hard questions, but in a comfortable, safe setting. I have no problem whatsoever with anybody asking somebody a respectful, hard question. I have no problem with that. But at the same token, if we want people to come back, we can't get the reputation of, oh my God, I went onto that space and all they did was attack me because of something that had happened 10 years ago. Yeah, that's not what we're about. Like, ask them about that. Yeah, ask them. If you want to know something that happened 10 years ago, of course you can ask them. But it's the way we deliver the question that is the important part. So again, I'm getting off my soapbox, but I felt like I wanted to touch on that as well. For those that are tuning in, Steve Buckner is going to join us in a little bit. And before that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to a friend of mine. But before I do, you know, as I promised when we started, I'm trying not to repeat things on a daily basis, but maybe every few days. And so I think it's been enough days where I can repeat my introduction for Joey Gargiulo. Joey, in another life, Joey was in the insurance business. He's currently a poker player, coach, and author. On the Hendon Mob, Joey is listed as having over $297,000 in live earnings, and is the proud owner of one WSOP circuit ring and 3 Run Good Series rings. The 30-day, some of the books that he has written include The 30-Day Poker Coach, as well as a series called The Poker Gods, which is, I believe, 4 books, maybe 5. Is it 4 or 5, Joey?
It's 5.
Thank you, 5 books. And the latest is it 30-Day Poker Coach is the latest, but
No, the poker dance is the latest.
the poker dances. Okay, I have them confused.
Okay.
Thank you. The Poker Dance is the latest book. And of course, he also wrote the book Blind and Bullied. So welcome, Joey. Thank you for doing our coaching corner every day. And I'm going to turn it over to you and let us know what you're going to talk about.
Okay, so with segueing, we like segueing. We've been talking about VPIP lately and about how our VPIPs go too high. So today we're going to talk about how patience is profitable. And before I do a reading from the 30-day the 30-day poker coach, I'll give everybody a really cool tip on the first step to get your VPIP down. Stop calling your small blind unless you really got a good hand. And there's a lot of reasons we want to do that. And I know it's only a half a big usually when it's a limp pot, but just because everybody limps in doesn't mean, oh, I'll just limp and see. Because if it's a limp pot and everybody's coming along for the ride, including the big blind, guess what happens on every street after that, starting with the flop? The small blind is under the gun, isn't it? And you really want to play a shitty hand from under the gun. All right? So save your chips. Fold those small blinds. And you'll see a VPIP immediately start to drop, which is kind of cool. That's the first step. So let me read this. And it's not too long today. Poker has a strange way of making people feel like they need to earn the right at the table every few minutes. If the cards have been bad for a while, players start feeling invisible, restless, forgotten. And that is when impatience begins whispering stupid ideas. Things like, maybe I can make something happen with this hand. Maybe it's time to mix it up. Maybe I have folded enough and it's time to play. That voice in our heads has busted a lot of players. Patience is one of the least glamorous skills in poker, but it's also one of the most profitable ones, isn't it? Think about it. It's not inactivity. It's not passivity. It is controlled readiness. It is the ability to wait without feeling weak, to observe without getting sleepy, and to remain composed while weaker players light chips on fire because silence makes them uncomfortable. This is like life. Everything's about life in poker. Impatient players do not usually think of themselves as impatient. They think of themselves as active, aggressive, creative. But often they're just forcing action because they cannot tolerate stillness. They enter pots with second-rate hands. They defend too wide. They bluff bad targets and convince themselves they're playing poker when really they're leaking money into boredom. A patient player understands something important. The game does not owe you constant involvement. You do not get paid for participation. You get paid for quality. You are not there to feel included. You are there to make better decisions. You are there to make better decisions than the people around you. This becomes especially important in tournaments where every unnecessary chip you lose, hint, hint, your small blind, the other half of the fucking blind when you're from the small blind, every unnecessary chip you lose now may cost you fold equity, leverage, or survival later. In cash games, impatience leads to lazy calls, unnecessary bluffs, and emotionally driven spots that could have been avoided entirely. Patience also has a spiritual value at the table. It trains us to sit with discomfort without reacting. That, my friends, is a real skill. The player who can wait calmly becomes very hard to manipulate. The player who needs action becomes easy bait. A useful question to ask yourself before entering a marginal spot is this: Am I playing this hand because it's a good hand or because I'm tired of folding? That question cuts through a lot of the nonsense. The deck does not reward boredom. The game rewards restraint. Discipline. If you want to see some amazing discipline, go on YouTube, go to the WSOP YouTube channel, and start from day one and watch the 25K heads up battles. You'll see right away which one of your superstars was impatient and shoved their ace queen when they really didn't have to, the parking lot hand. And sure enough, ace nine calls and a nine comes on the river. These things can be avoided even by the superstars if they find patience. You could also see an amazing match between two of my superstar coaches, one from Octopi Poker, the other from Chip Leader Coaching. I'm not going to tell you their names, but I could tell you one of them advanced to the Final Four. And Colette and I will be at that rail today, hopefully watching that coach win another bracelet. And that today is the lesson. Patience, patience, patience.
Well, thank you. What a great lesson. And I am a very patient poker player. And I talk to others about it as well, because when you started talking about folding the small blind, that was an adjustment I made to my game probably 5 years ago. Yeah, I would say it was probably about 5 years ago. And it just changes your whole mentality. It really makes you conscious about thinking about position. It reminds you to think about position. Like folding your or your small blind, I think is one improvement that many can make and haven't yet.
Yeah, I mean, the funniest thing that I like to do is like, especially if I'm at Orleans, I love it because at Orleans, I'll go upstairs to the movie theater on break and they know me. I don't have to get a movie theater ticket. And anybody can do this. You walk in and you buy a bag of movie theater popcorn, bring it back to the table, sit back, eat the popcorn and watch the show from the small blind and watch how bad you would have lost.
Right.
It's freaking classic, right? It's classic.
I totally agree. That was a big change I made in my game, and saw lots of like trickle down effect that you don't even think about while you're calling off that small blind so often. But once you stop doing that, it is a notable change. Like you will notice the change in your game by just making that small improvement. 100%. And patience, patience, patience. Go ahead, ASG.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the lesson of ace queen versus ace nine is not to be results oriented. You want to, if you're in a heads up tournament, you want to get it all in with ace queen every day of the week. Yeah.
Well, let's break it down as a poker coach. This is my answer to you. Okay. There are how many hands in a poker deck? 13, right? There are 13 pairs that beat you, and ace king beats you. You have the 14th nuts pre-flop. You get that. That's why they call it the parking lot hand. It looks great, but you have the 14th best hand. Pocket deuces never loses. They're ahead of you. I know it's a flip, but you have the 14th nuts. Why not see a flop? See if you hit it or see if you missed it. And guess what happens when an ace comes on a flop? When you hold an ace queen and that poor sucker's holding ace nine, that's how you get all their chips. Instead of rolling the dice with Lady Luck and hoping that a nine doesn't come on the river, because listen, you play enough, you get to know the nine always comes. It always does.
Anything you want to respond, ASG?
Yeah, I want to get it in 60-40 all day.
And I get that, and I get what Solver says and everything else, but you just haven't been burnt enough with that hand, and eventually.
Well,
you
that's
might.
my point. Is you don't want to use getting burned as an excuse to play poorly, because if you're not getting it in with ace queen if you're in a heads up tournament, or heads up in general. If you're not getting it in with ace queen, ace king, ace jack, like you're just not playing correctly.
And I understand that part of it, and this is a deeper discussion that we don't have time to answer. But all I can say is, if it's results oriented, the person that had that ace queen is no longer in the tournament, are they? Right? And they're having a conniption because they felt like the math said I got it in good, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, it didn't win.
Okay, we're going to move along. Appreciate that conversation, gentlemen, for sure. I've seen some answers to my question about the University of Indiana basketball court piece, the piece that was brought to the Antique Roadshow today. And let me tell you, it was a showstopper. It cost us an extra 45 minutes in line because the guy was in front of us. And when he was telling them the story, their eyes were as big as half dollars, and they went and got production, and they're like, you're going on TV and let's talk about this. And then they had to have a meeting of the minds about what price would you put on it. And let me tell you, it was like a big commotion. And at that point, they were saying $100,000, which I think was Joey's guess. $100,000 is the starting point for that. And my son and I were talking about it. We were like, there's going to be some alumni that now a pro athlete that's going to come back and buy that probably for $500,000 or $250,000 just because they want it. You know what I mean? But it certainly was pretty cool seeing it in person. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't finish the rest of the story. So we got out of there by 9 and hit the road because in Louisville, starting today, they are closing a section of I-65 South and North. And so we got right on the road because we didn't know what we would come up against. But I'm happy to say that we went around the detour and we actually didn't run into traffic. I'm sure that's not going to be the case come, a rush hour. But we drove all the way to Louisville. And I'm happy to say got checked into the hotel at about 20 minutes to 12. I'm running, thinking I'm going to go to my hotel room with my suitcase. I'm dragging, I'm lugging, I'm sweating and cussing because I'm exhausted. But anyway, we get to the room and of course the keys don't work. So I leave my stuff up there with my son outside the door and marched back down to the desk. I'm sorry, my keys don't work. And she goes, well, what happened? I said, nothing. The light stayed red. And she said, oh, the battery's out on the door. And I said, okay. She goes, we'll get somebody up there. And I said, well, my son is standing out there. So went back, gave him the new keys, and I told him I'm going to go to the cafe and set up for my show. Hopefully they're going to come up here in a few minutes with a battery for the door and you can get in the room. So I did get a text message that he is safely in the room. And guess what? After this space, your girl is going to take a nap. So it's been a productive day so far, folks, for sure. Karen, welcome.
Hey there.
How are you? What are you doing today?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm streaming later, but I might be. But right now I'm at the gym and just doing some personal stuff this morning and enjoying the space while
Awesome.
I'm at the gym. Yeah.
I'm glad you're joining us, hon. We got to talk soon. We haven't talked in a little bit. We've both been busy.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be playing Showdown soon because my girl's in town. So we'll be up that way at an Airbnb. Looking
Oh,
forward,
good.
looking forward to it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to touch on that for a minute for anybody that loves the sport of tennis. Um, you guys know what my daughter does for a living, but anyway, she is going to be working with an intense tennis team this summer, and I tweeted about it. I think I did 2 tweets in the last week. One, DJ, our Irie is going to be like a co-owner of her team. And then the other is a video of her talking smack about the upcoming season. But she'll be in Atlanta for 2 months. And so I'll get to enjoy her company and stay up with her at the Airbnb. And her husband and the baby are going to come in about 2 weeks. So It's going to be awesome. But check out Intense Tennis. It's a new twist on tennis. It's very audience involved. You can yell and scream, which, of course, if you watch tennis, you know it's a very audience quiet sport, but this isn't. They want you yelling and screaming, and they can swap out players in the middle of a set or a game. I mean, it's really cool. They're on a clock, so clock management comes into play and delaying things comes into play. And so anyway, check it out, folks. In tennis, it's INTENNSE, I think. But anyway, it's on my timeline on Twitter. Check it out. It should be fun to follow for sure all summer long. Some winners around town over at the Venetian, Kevin Matter, not Mathers, Matter, Matter, took down event number 26, the $400 no limit bounty tournament for 4,800 plus bounties. Gerald Simpson took down event number 25 at the Venetian, a $600 no limit tournament for 11K, and of course that bronze medal. Over at South Point, Richie Rich took down the Pineapple tournament for $1,300. Over at the Aria, congratulations to a spacer, Kathy Chang, who who finished ninth in the horse. I did not see what the dollar amount was that she won. So if somebody wants to look that up real quick, I would appreciate it. That is Kathy Chang took down ninth place at the horse event at the Aria. And of course, she gets that Aria hoodie for making the final table. Don't forget that, folks. Swag time. Over at the WSOP, the $400 daily deep stack, a friend of mine, Mike Russo, took 15th place for $998. And at one point, he was second in chip stack sizes of that tournament. So he really had a great tournament. And I believe he actually arrived in town yesterday. If not yesterday, then late the night before. And that was the first tournament he played at the WSOP. So kudos to him, right? Don't forget tomorrow, Barbara Zangaro with Poker Gives and the Orleans Poker Room will be joining us. I'm really looking forward to that, you guys. It should be a really fun time to get to know her and Poker Gives, which of course is the charity we are raising money for to feed the homeless of Vegas with the poker quilt. So looking forward to that for sure. Anybody see that video of the guy that won the $1 million bounty? Anybody beside me see that video? Joey, did you see it?
100%. And if you missed it, if you go back and watch yesterday's footage from the 25K heads up, they would, every time there was like a slow pace or somebody had to pull the bounty, they went over to Jeff Platt and they broadcasted it so you can watch it on the video.
Right. And so Andrew Shelton is the person that pulled the $1 million bounty. And when Jeff asked him what he's going to do next, he said, drugs, alcohol, and women, of course.
Sherry, did you hear his story? What happened?
Go ahead. Please tell it.
Oh, Colette found this on social media.
Love it.
So what happened is that he won his bounty. He knew he was going to take the golden chest, which means he had to get out of his seat. Now, I can't tell you what position it was, but it sounded like he wanted to stay one more hand to play his blinds, so he didn't miss any blinds.
Right.
And he woke up with a hand like ace king or something, shoved and lost, got knocked out of the freaking tournament, and then went up and picked his bounty and picked $1 million ticket.
Wow.
I know, right?
That is amazing.
And obviously he doesn't care at that point, right? But had he gone and picked the thing, maybe he would have picked a different envelope and maybe he still would have been in the tournament. But talk about how the universe took care of him.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's a great story, you guys.
It really is.
That is a fantastic story. Do me a favor, Joe, if you don't mind. Can you send Steve a message?
I've sent him 4.
Okay, perfect.
Along with the link to the spaces.
Okay,
I've been trying to
perfect.
get him on since 9 a.m.
Okay,
so I'm
no
working
worries.
on it.
No worries. Because I did tell him, for those that haven't been around the last week, I do tell the guests to come a little bit later during the broadcast just so we can get some of the house cleaning and your segment out of, off the docket, so to speak. So yeah, no worries. Appreciate that. We spoke about ASG. Did you see Stacy's tweet about the other properties that have that don't allow people to log into not only WPT Gold but other providers? Did you see that, ASG?
No.
Okay, I'm going to try to pull it up in in our group chat. Hold on, you guys. Give me just a second. Okay, so of course we talked about. Hold on. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the WSOP blocking access at the Horseshoe and Paris to the WPT Gold provider. And so people cannot sit at the table and play on that site, right? And WPT, the normal, what's it called? Global, or I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it is WPT Global.
Thank you. You can play that, but you cannot play WPT
No,
Gold,
you can't,
right?
You can't play Global in the United States. Global is completely
Okay,
outside
what's the
United
one?
States.
I'm sorry, I keep mixing it up. Which one is the one you can? The WPT?
Probably
Club WPT. That's exactly the right one. Club WPT is one you can play while you're at the WSOP. And of course, they have now blocked WPT Gold. And Club WPT is what Brad and Josh all play on, are doing great on, the whole gang of Stormers or whatever they're called over there. Streamers, they're doing a great job on Club WPT, and that is not blocked at the WSOP. So we want to be clear about that. But Stacy Mucci had tweeted to me the following, and it says, sweepstake real money have been blocked from Caesar properties for months. MGM as well. This isn't just against Club WPT Gold, or I think it's WP or Club WPT, because there's another link, cannot be played at MGM or Caesar properties in Mississippi nor North Carolina. And you can't just get off a Wi-Fi. It is perimeter blocked. So she's saying that you just can't even just go 5G and play either if you're Mississippi or North Carolina. Am I reading that correctly? Uh-oh, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't know if you didn't pin the tweet or
Oh, look in the chat.
Yet.
Look in the space chat, the host chat. And I don't know if I retweeted it. You guys are going to have to frig me. I am traveling, and you guys know I'm doing a million things right now. So I may think I've tweeted it, but never got around to it. So forgive me if I say I tweeted it and ended up not tweeting it. I'm just telling you right now, I'm holding on by a thread. I just don't know because didn't Sean say that none of those sites are blocked in Vegas on his properties? Do I remember that correctly from yesterday's conversation? Maybe I just need to go back and listen. But I was a little confused by her tweet, and then I was like, oh, maybe she's just talking about Mississippi and North Carolina, not Vegas. So confused.
But she's talking about Vegas too.
Okay.
I hadn't seen her tweet. I hadn't seen the tweet you're talking about, but I talked to her about it, and I'm not going to be able to add a whole lot to it because I don't understand technologically how they're doing it. But it sounds like they do. It's not blocked through the Wi-Fi, was what she was trying to say. They have some kind of perimeter around different properties. I don't know which ones, and which some sites are blocked.
Got it. Yeah, because
okay. Well, if it's sweepstakes, then that would be regular Club WPT and Club PG as well.
She and I had a further conversation about it, and it's not clear to me how they do the blocking, but definitely the browser-based ones I think are getting blocked more than the others. But that's always the point she was trying to make, is just getting off Wi-Fi may not solve the problem because they do some other kind of blocking.
Right, which we talked about yesterday. That was, I think ASG suggested just get off, and we're like, hell yeah, just get off and do your 5G. And now, thank you for that correction, Stacy, that it's a possibility you may not just be able to get off your and log on to your 5G, log on to your 5G and bypass their internet service. So interesting. Maybe, I don't know who has gold, but maybe we can get some folks to test it out and just update us when they're in Vegas and see what works where and just update us. Because I'm pretty sure Sean said that nothing's blocked on MGM properties. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused. Little confused. All right, moving right along. Isaac, any luck with Inside the Neon today or another day? Uh-oh, did we lose him? Bless him. Isaac, are you there, buddy? All right, mini mystery bounties. There is one $1 million bounty, which of course the gentleman won yesterday. Andrew Shelton took that home. There are two $250,300 bounties. There are four 100,000 bounties, four $50K bounties, 39 $25,000 bounties, 39 $10,000 bounties, 34 $5,000 bounties, 37 $2,500 bounties, 106 1K bounties, and 527 $500 bounties. Anybody have any thoughts about those bounty sizes?
I'd like one of those bounties, please.
Me too, dude. Me too. Okay, I just wanted to go over that line of because we, you know,
Yeah. So as I kind of put in the chat, I prefer like at Borgata they have like a mirror bounty tournament where the top bounty is like your first place prize money and then all the way down. And I think that's distributed more, I guess, not crazily. Like this way they can advertise a large bounty, but like besides the million, there's like two 250s, then it goes down to two 100s. Like it's pretty drastic.
oh, okay. Go ahead, Joey.
So the one thing that I noticed different with the new format, and I'll explain what they did. So when the dealer busts the player in this tournament, they also press the button of who bust them. And then what happens is that you take out your WSOP live app and you scratch to see what you won, unless it's what they called, if it was a 25K or higher, then you had to go up to the chest, the golden chest. And so by the way, this is all taking place in the old Thunderdome where they run the deep stacks. They have a huge giant screen up there. They have a stage, yada, yada, yada. And on the big screen, you get to see the prize as the player is being revealed the prize at the table. So number one, it's great because you don't have to get out of your seat unless it's a really big prize. But it does take some of the mystery bounty strategy out of the tournament because in the past, you basically got a ticket and you can go up anytime you want. And some of the strategy was hold on to a few of your bounties. Don't go up and pick right away. Gamble a little bit so that more of the small prizes get out so you have more of a chance of picking a big one. It doesn't work that way. Everything's in order. So the moment somebody comes up with a golden chest, they will not let anybody else pick until that person picks. So
sorry.
Yeah, so it's in order of who knocks out the person first.
Right.
And then you have to go pick it right away.
Okay, so it's no longer electronic picking either, right?
No, it's so you have to go up and pick an envelope if it's a 25K or higher.
So if it's 25K or less, then you just find out about it electronically?
Yep, right at your table, and the whole arena gets to see and cheer for you. And so there was a lot of 10Ks. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like the computer telling me what my bounty is. I want to
And
go
the
up and
whole
pick it
right.
out of the drum.
I know. And now I felt bad for some of my my mentees that were in the $250 daily deep stack, because all this chaos is going on and you hear bing 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 bing, and every once in a while they show you what's left. It's very, very noisy. I can't even imagine being in that tournament and the bigger tournament and having all that noise going on. It's very
Oh,
distracting.
good point. Good point. Yeah, I'm not, they started that a year or two ago with the electronic, you know, supposed to be what do you call it, random drawing of to who gets what bounty, but I just, I'm not about it. I want to go up to the drum and pick my own bounty out. I think that's part of the attraction to it.
I totally agree. And we don't care if it's a 500 bounty or if it's a million.
Right,
Pick your own envelope. That's
right.
what I agree with.
Yeah, totally, 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 totally. All right, you guys, I'm going to go down some of the stuff from the WSOP. And I'm going to tell you, I did it on the fly while I was a passenger in the car. So here we go. We'll see what the results are of my efforts. First of all, event number 8 was a $500 Badoogie tournament. There was a $735,000 prize pool, 554 entries, 84 got paid. Michael Casella took home first place at 141,000, and Nick Schulman, bless his little heart, he took home second, and I'm sure it was a battle. I wish I could have watched. He took home 94,000, and Michael took home the bracelet too. A notable for you fantasy lovers, Scott Seaver took home third place for $62,000. So congrats to those winners in that Badoogie tournament. Event number 13, day 1, starts at 10 a.m. It's the $1,500 six-handed no limit tournament. At 11 a.m., event number 10, the $600 deep stack final day begins. The chip leader, Emil Malikoff, is in first place with 10 million in chips, and Adam Cohen has 2.3 million in chips. Waiting for them at the top is 259,000 for first, 173,000 for second. At 12 p.m., event number 11, GG Millions. Oh, pardon me. Tournament. It's a 10K buy-in. Day 1B starts at noon. At 1 p.m. is event number 9, a 10K Omaha high-low, 8 or better, 7-handed. And that is day 3. There were 204 entries, 15 are left. 1.8 million in the prize pool, with $450,000 waiting for the first place winner, 299,000 for second place. The chip leader is Scott Clements with 2 million. Todd Brunson is in second with 1.3 million. A couple of notables, Josh Arie has 1.4 million in fourth place. In seventh place is Phil Hellmuth with 650,000. And again, ASG, I hope we have not made a mistake, but Robert Mizrachi is in 13th place for 330,000 in his chip stack. Today is the final day of event number 1. It starts at 1 p.m. That is the $550 Mini Mystery Millions. That is, I'm sorry, I did not write down who our chip leaders were for that. If somebody wants to look it up really quick, I'd appreciate it. Also at 1 p.m., event number 12, day 2, is the $1,500 Deuce to 7 low ball, 7-handed tournament. 626 folks started that, or entries, so to speak. 96 remain. There's 831,000 at the top. I'm sorry, in the prize pool. First place will get 155,000. Second place will get 102,000. Andy P. 223 is in first place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 765,000. Brian Breck is in second with 638,000. And Mercier has 335,000. And I'm sorry, I did not write what place he was in, but he's still in it to win it. So at 2 p.m. is event number 14, day 1, $1,500 mixed PLO high-low, Eight, high low, eight or better. Omaha, high low, eight or better. Big O. I hope I said that right. You guys know I'm not a mixed player, so hopefully I said that correctly. If I didn't, please forgive me because I'm just not a mixed game player. So it all sounds like gibberish to me, but I just am repeating it. So here we go. Isaac, how you doing, buddy?
Hanging in there.
I love it. You got anything?
Sure.
I told you.
So, why don't we start today?
And you're sure.
So,
All right. And what we're laughing about is, and as I told you guys, Isaac is like, he's burning the candle at both ends, trying to make everything work. And so we just kind of goof around and joke about it. But inside the neon with Isaac, go ahead, buddy.
welcome everyone. Welcome. All right. So, we're going to go through what we did last season. For those of you guys that didn't join us, we ran through some casino histories. Since we love the town so much, the best thing we can do is learn more about the town. And I love Vegas, yo. So I was researching, and we're gonna take a different approach to it. We're gonna start with the very first, and we're gonna move on from there. And yeah, if any of y'all, while I'm talking about any of these histories, if you know more about anything I'm talking about, please, by all means, when I'm done, come up, let us know some shit. I have a very good friend. He lives out here now, and he grew up in Vegas. He dropped a couple stories on me about Bob Stupak. Blew me the hell away, and it's nothing that you'll find anywhere. So if anybody has stuff like that, I would appreciate that. So today we're gonna
Absolutely.
start. Thank you, Sherry. So today we're gonna start with the Flamingo, y'all. The casino that created modern Vegas. So before Bellagio, before Caesars, before WSOP, there was a casino that started it all, the Flamingo. Without the Flamingo, modern Vegas does not exist. The Flamingo originally opened in 1946 and became the blueprint for modern luxury casino resort style servicing. Before the Flamingo, Vegas casinos were mostly like Western themed and kind of like a roadside motel kind of vibe. And then came Bugsy Siegel, and he had a completely different vision, right? He wanted glamour, entertainment, luxury. He wanted all the high end gamblers to come together. Wanted beautiful women, dressed fancy, tropical aesthetics, and just nonstop action. So the Flamingo was not technically the first casino on the strip. That honor belongs to El Rancho Vegas in 1941, by the way. But the Flamingo became the first true luxury Vegas resort, and that changed everything, especially the city's identity over time. Now, Bugsy, the guy who helped found it, was a gangster, right, from New York, and he was tied to, there's some other notable crime figures like Meyer Lansky and whatnot. Now, Vegas at the time was basically like a desert highway for gambling. And Bugsy, he had driven through there for whatnot, whatever reasons, right? Because before, I mean, mostly like soldiers came through Vegas and whatnot. But he traveled through, stopped off at a casino, caught inspiration, and yeah, he started on the path of opening the Flamingo, which interestingly, for the time, right, was a very expensive undertaking. Originally, it cost somewhere around 6 million, which I'm pretty sure if you equate that in today's money is hella up there, right? So that was a very costly endeavor, which had a lot of issues, right? Because when you build the first of anything, you're going to run into a lot of things, right? Like their opening, for example, was kind of notably a bit of a disaster. There were rainstorms, there were unfinished hotel rooms, there were supply issues, and the attendance was not all there in the beginning. The casino even temporarily shut down after the launch, but months later it reopened. And, Bugsy, unfortunately, he did not get to enjoy the fruits of his labor because Bugsy was murdered in 1947 in Beverly Hills, and many believe that, mob investors blamed him for missing money and runaway construction costs. There's a famous movie that ties that to, a love interest. I don't know exactly how true that is or isn't, but um, It's an amazing story because at the end of it, you know, this crazy spot in the desert that nobody on earth would ever think became like the hub, right, for luxury and glamour and all of that. And that is the Flamingo. Now, why did it matter? If you're thinking about it, well, luxury became the business. Vegas stopped being a cowboy gambling town and became a fantasy escapism spot, right? And then celebrity culture started coming into it. The Rat Pack came around, and we know how amazing that era was because that is still what Vegas, this is heyday, I guess you could say, was considered, right? Now, the strip became a strip because Flamingo planted that flag, right? And then, of course, all the other fun things that happened afterwards with the mob, we'll go into over the next few days and the next few casinos that we talk about. Now, again, without Flamingo, we don't get the future that we now enjoy and all the fun that we enjoy, right? So, again, that's the Flamingo. Now, I'll give you a couple of little things. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Flamingo originally opened before the hotel rooms were completed. VIP guests received ceramic flamingo statues at opening night. And funny enough, Sherry, you know how you just went to Antiques Roadshow?
Yep.
I have seen one of those appraised.
Wouldn't that be fun
They're
to own one of
beautiful.
those?
Yeah, like it's one of those things. I think the person who got it appraised found it at a flea market
I love it. I
of all
love it.
places,
Okay,
right?
am I correct in remembering, or am I making shit up? Isn't he buried under the flamingo, or is that a tail?
No, no, he's not buried under the flamingo. Nah,
Are you?
that would be crazy though, right?
No, I'm
Kind of
telling
like
you. Why do I think that? Why? I don't know why I think that. I don't
because
know.
I think maybe that was an urban legend.
Or maybe it's his
Maybe.
car. Is his car buried under the flamingo? I swear to God, something of his is under there. I'm gonna. Okay, I need you to. We
Well,
need
well,
to look that up. And while we
well,
do, Joey, go ahead. Go ahead, Joey.
I
Joey.
just got to say, Isaac, you are the coolest dude. We got to get together, have some beers or whatever, and talk because this is what the stuff I like to talk about. Like,
Oh,
it's
dude,
really
absolutely,
cool.
brother.
Right. I mean, you mentioned Bob Stupak, and I did a lot of research when I was writing the Poker God series about Bob Stupak.
Dope.
What an amazing, colorful background, all the way back to his dad in the Pittsburgh gambling scene, right?
Yeah, man. And just I mean, what he created too in Vegas. I mean, it's still there, right? And his imprint on the city. A lot of people don't know that the wild neon and everything. He was kind of the father of a lot of those vibes real early. But
Right, exactly. And a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people, well, here's a little trivia. I think you know the answer. What was originally called Vegas World that's still there right now?
oh yeah, I know it. I want to see if anybody else that I'm sure
Yeah,
there's a
let's
few
see if
people that
anybody
will know.
knows. That's a good trivia
All
question.
right, put it in
What
the
was
chat.
originally called Vegas
Put
World?
it in the
Yeah,
chat,
throw it in the
people.
chat.
Put
Yep,
it in the
throw it in the
chat.
chat.
All
Throw
right,
your answers in
Joey,
the
what
chat.
is your lesson tomorrow, Joey?
Okay, tomorrow. Oh, I love it. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Let's see what we got here. And I am going to apologize in advance tomorrow, but I will be doing my lesson and then I'm going to be going out, hugging some trees, doing my meditation because I'm playing my first bracelet event tomorrow, the
Nice,
$600 PLO. Yeah.
nice.
Okay. So tomorrow's lesson is. Oh, I love this. This is like this is like Isaac. Table image matters, doesn't it?
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, Isaac, did you have anything else you needed to add to what you were telling us about?
No, 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 no.
Okay,
That was
perfect.
the end of it. The only thing I will say is this. Maybe one thing to consider is, was mob controlled Vegas actually better for gamblers? That's one that I really think about. The other one would be like, would Vegas exist without organized crime?
Probably not, because probably not. They had to do something to get that money laundered.
Yep. Now, one that does,
Yeah, you're not getting there with random ass crime either. You need organized. You need to organize that shit.
Tramp
yeah,
B, how are you, pal?
How you doing,
I'm
sweetie?
good.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know real
Yes.
quick. A lot of the mixed games where it says 08 or I think 08 and high low are just the same thing.
Oh, 08 and
Yeah.
high low.
And,
Let me kind of process this. 08 and high low are the same thing. Okay,
yeah,
so
and for 08, all your cards just have to be 8 or below. So if you have ace 2 3 4 8, that's a qualifying low hand. But if you have ace 2 3 4 9, that's just you just have ace 2 3 4 9. You don't have low hand and you don't have much of a high hand
so when
either.
I say it, I could just say mixed PLO high low and stop right there,
Yeah.
and then Omaha high low and stop right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the same. Yeah, 8 or better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because every time I write it down, I'm like, this shit doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just going to read it because it's going to make sense to somebody else. And it's okay if I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and if you message Kush, I'm obviously the mixed games
Of
expert.
course, just as well as the picker of all Super Bowls known to man.
Oh yeah. 2 and
2 and
18.
18,
We were
baby.
going for we were going for 3 and 17, but it didn't pan out. Well, oh no, I picked right last year. Yeah, I got the
You're
Eagles.
right.
Yeah, I was one. Yeah, I was 1 and 1 and 18 or 1 and
Now
19
he's
or
2 and
whatever.
18, folks. So
Yep.
definitely fade Trampy when it comes to Super Bowl bets.
I can't tell people to fade me because if I tell people to fade me, then
Oh,
you know what
shit.
I mean. I told people about it, this Super Bowl, and I'm like, but I picked the Eagles and then they won.
I
So
love it. So yeah, and don't listen to anything when it comes to betting with Trampy. Save yourself.
you the information. What you choose to do with it after that is your
I know
prerogative.
that's
But
right.
right now,
Oh,
I can
shit.
never tell anyone to follow me. I can never tell anyone to fade me. I'm like, here it is. This is my record. Past
Yeah, but
results are no guarantee of future performances. This is not
there you
financial
go.
advice.
Those are all the disclaimers you could possibly want. Go ahead, Joey.
I was wondering with all our resources if anybody knows what time the 25K restart is today, because it doesn't show anywhere.
Most restarts are noon or 1, aren't they?
For that one though, it's been funky. ASG, could you look up this restart for the 25K heads up, please?
Yeah, shout out ASG number fucking
I
up
thought
on the leaderboard, man. What do you know?
I thought Foxen won it.
No, they're just in another round, I think. Right? Don't they just have another round today? I don't know. I'm going to tell you, it's been hard to follow that one.
I thought it was the quarterfinals yesterday, and then today would be the final. I could be wrong too, though.
They're down to 4, and it says clock pause. And I didn't finish watching the whole tape, but there were only 2 rounds yesterday. The quarter, and so we have semifinals and finals. I
Here,
believe it's
let
today.
me see if I can. If I if I crap out this space, I'll restart it. So don't anybody panic. Just get back on the new space because anytime I try to look something up, I'm always nervous that the space is going to crap out. So today is June 1st, and I don't even see it today on the schedule.
Right? It's so weird.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is. It does it. It's at 20:30. What time is 20:30? 8:30?
8:30 at night.
8:30.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. 8:30 tonight, people. The heads up will restart. That's why I stopped trying to figure out what's going on in that tournament
20:30.
because, yeah, 20:30, baby.
Wow.
What?
No, I've told you that heads up tournament has been playing flights at crazy times. There's been a 5 o'clock flight. Wasn't there a 10 o'clock flight, an 8 p.m. flight, a
Yeah,
10 a.m. flight? I mean, the flights have been crazy hours.
Who are the
I couldn't
last
stay up
4,
past
by
the
the way? I
first.
heard it's
It
the
looks
last
like
4.
actually, yeah, it's Kerry Katz, Thomas Brown, Bao Ding, who's the guy who beat Dean Eggs, and Henry Pustinen.
Easy
Yo,
for
So there's
Kerry
3
you.
of them.
Katz is in the final 4.
Yeah,
Congratulations
yeah.
to Hey,
And
that's right.
and somebody drafted them on
He
their
really
team.
needs the money.
Isn't Carrie Katz on Dweeb, not Dweeb, sorry, Dweeb. Sorry, Deep. Isn't Carrie Katz on Deep's team with Andreas? Or am I making that shit up? I'm pretty sure Carrie Katz is
I'll take a
on the
look.
Deep's team. Pretty sure.
Carry Cats.
And
Where
have
do
they
I see whose
posted?
team he's on?
Has you gotta click on
I see
um
salary $12. I tried to look on Poker.org. It's probably on the
oh no, you gotta look
site.
on the 25K fantasy site. And have they posted our team's rankings yet for ODB? Because the deadline was today for the money. May not be past the deadline yet, though. I don't know. Probably not. Probably tomorrow it'll get posted what our fantasy teams are doing. But I guess ASG's kicking some butt.
Yeah, it's very early. Yeah, I got a cash from Seaver and 2 cashes from Mike Lee
Nice.
carrying.
Is that on the poker.org one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Seaver's on our team, right?
No.
No. We have Benny Glazier.
Okay. Let's go, Benny.
And Yoon came in second in the tournament yesterday.
Let's
So
go,
that's
Yoon.
that's lots of points for us.
Go us.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I'm gonna be real honest with you. I've been too busy to like focus in on what's going on with that right now, but we will get to it by the end of the week, I promise.
You know what? If anybody wants to step up and help in the team, we'll
Hell
appreciate it.
yes. We would appreciate that tremendously.
Yeah.
And of course that the buy-in process isn't stopped yet. So it's not even posted yet. So I really can't complain. So probably tomorrow it'll be up and we can look at it for sure.
So, yep. Confirmed Deep's team is Carry Cats,
Yep.
Dylan Wiseman, Martin Cabral, Max Neubauer, Frank Brennan, Ite, Zednik, and Andreas.
And Dylan had one or two good finishes too in the money and something.
Yeah, so, yep, he had, sorry, I'm just looking. And he got 6th place in the PLO 8-handed.
Yeah.
On a related note, with what Tramp was saying, the Omaha mix has both PLO 8 and 08, so they have both pot limit and limit Omaha high low. So that's why it's kind of like half listed twice.
Got it. Okay, you guys. Tramp, you got to stick around for this. I'm going to bring up two things to do in Vegas. And I know the second one, you may be in or they're going to induct you into that museum. So stand by, Trampy, for the second thing I'm going to talk about. The first thing, Isaac, I've been waiting to talk about till you're here because of special reason. And I'm going to talk about it after I read what it is. The Tupac Memorial. In lieu of any official memorial at the site where Tupac was murdered, fans have over time flocked to the intersection of Flamingo Road and Koval Lane and have left messages on a utility pole near where the shooting took place, as well as additional messages on a second utility pole and nearby utility box. The bottom 6 feet of the pole are now completely coated in graffiti from visitors who wanted to show their appreciation for the rap star. And some well wishers have even left offerings at the base of the utility pole. In spite of being just off the famous Las Vegas Strip, however, this site still remains an obscure location that relatively few tourists ever encounter. And even many of the people who find this place by accident may not immediately know about the momentous events in the 1990s music history that took place there. So, the reason why I waited to talk about this memorial that you can visit when you're in Vegas is because Isaac, I believe, is handy dandy with a spray paint can. Am I remember that correctly, sir?
I've been known to press some aerosol here and there.
Okay, so you and I need to make a trip to the pole because I want a peach drawn on that pole. So I need you to bring a can of spray paint.
Oh, we can hit a Home Depot. That's no worries. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that corner, funny enough, you say that. I never knew back in '96 when everything happened and Tupac passed, that 10 years later I would be in the exact same spot,
Wow.
like right because of Ellis Island,
Right.
right?
Right.
And
Right.
because now because of WSOP, like we're always passing that corner.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Uh, little history of me. I got married on that corner because I got married at the Platinum, which is
Did
right
you? I
there
was
on that
just going to
corner.
say, did you fall in love with a hooker? And I'm no disrespect for your
I
wife. I'm
have,
just
I
joking
have,
around.
yeah, no, I have
just,
that.
I'm just joking
That was an
around.
Hey, what's
episode of
wrong
my
with falling
past.
in
I
love with
mean,
hookers? Whoa,
There's
come on.
nothing. I just asked if he did.
You're gonna
her
There's
name
fuck a
was
hooker
Roberta.
chicken
You
now?
know what I'm saying? She had a peg leg. She was a sweet person. You know.
oh,
How many
AS,
you? How many of y'all can remember where you were when Tupac actually died?
Oh shit! I can fucking remember. I was sitting my ass at home watching MTV when my guy, what was his name? The guy who was always the reporter for
Kurt
MTV.
Loder.
Yes,
Kurt
thank
Loder.
you. The fucking legend, Kurt Loder, popped
Yeah.
up on my screen and said that Tupac had just gotten shot. And I remember because that year was crazy. Tupac literally got out of jail, dropped
Yep.
an album, got shot, died. Like,
I was
Yeah.
home with babies, and it came up on a news thing
yeah,
I
it was
on
was
the
I was
TV.
working. I was working as a janitor in a Super Kmart, and we had it was in South Carolina, and it was like a hip hop station, and like literally, like I think the guy like took the record out. You could hear the record scratch, which like you never hear. It's like a cliche. But like
Right.
the guy just right in the middle of the thing, I think he just threw the record, and they were just like, "Oh, breaking news!" And then and we'd all known Tupac got shot at that point, obviously, but like he'd been in the hospital, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, the longer he's in there, the more he'll bounce back," and
Right.
maybe it's looking good, and then boop, nope, he just died, and I was just like, man,
Yeah, it was crazy. A lot of yeah, that was a lot of fury around that story. A lot of fury. Go ahead, ASG bud.
So, Bathwater for Binds corrected me. Apparently, I listed the last four out instead of the four remaining. So, who I listed was just the people who lost the final eight match. So, the last four remaining are Alex. Yeah, Alex Foston is still in it, along with Ryuta Nakai, Dimitar Danchev, and Nikita Kuznetsov.
Easy for you to say. I appreciate that correction, Bathwater for buy-ins. Appreciate that. You guys always know we want to be correct and what we're saying. So good luck to those four left in that. And Joey's going to tell us all about it because he's going to watch it.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
Bathwater always got the on point information in the
I
DMs
love
though.
it.
For real though.
And I'm just gonna, for those that don't know, I want to give the history of bathwaters for buy-ins because bathwater for buy-ins. Okay. Anybody knows that back in the summer, that's been around. Back in the summer of 2023, we had some scammers hit the spaces, and one of them was Rob Mercer. And after that incident, I made a declaration, that I was always going to research people that are, you know, drifting, begging for winter coats or money for lawyers and spaces, and make sure to help try to protect us, right, from the scammers of the world. And um, so funny. I also said at that point, I put all the troll accounts on notice and said, if you're a troll account, of course, I just blocked them all automatically. But I also told them, if you want me to unblock you, just come up and talk. So if a new troll account came in, say to a space I was in or hosting, and I would just, they knew, or I would announce, hey, if you don't want to be blocked by me, come up here and talk to us. So we know that you're like a person in the community that we may know or whatever. So we can just hear your voice. And so if they did, and many did, then I didn't block them unless they ended up being idiots. But many did get blocked, just an auto block, you're a troll. I just don't want it in my life. Like I have enough shit going on. I don't need a troll. Like I'm not desperate for numbers of followers. That is not who I am. And guess what? Whatever. So we were interviewing not Bathwater. I was interviewing Ash Kardashian. And she was telling us about how people were asking her to send them feet pics. And we were telling her, dude, just do it and charge for them. I mean, why not? Like, go for it. Like, charge for them if they want them, right? And I don't even know how it got started. I don't know who said it first. Something about somebody brought up, oh, yeah, some people will pay for bath water. Somebody's dirty bath water. They want to pay people for their dirty bath water. Take a bath and then I'll send you whatever and then send me your dirty bath water. And I said something like really flippant, oh my God, Ash, you should do bath water for buy-ins so she could have buy-ins for her tournaments. And I promise you, within 5 minutes or less, the troll account bathwater for buy-ins was born. And I don't think they ever were blocked. If they were, it may have just been for a short period of time, but I don't think I ever blocked them. But anyway, they've been unblocked for 98% of the time of their existence, that's for sure. And I think it's just funny. And they are on point and they do hold us accountable and bring us some facts that we may mess up. And I appreciate it. Go ahead, Joey.
So I tried calling Cuz. His phone rang a couple times, went to voicemail. I texted him. I hope he's okay because there's no response, just so you know.
Yeah, I appreciate your efforts and we'll get him rescheduled. And don't stress over it, okay, bud?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. No worries. It happens all the time. Guess what? If he was up late night having fun or playing poker, he's sleeping in, and I get it, and it is okay. No worries. We'll get him rescheduled for sure. Okay, now this one's for Trampy since he's here, with a name like Trampy. Come on.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Daphne Bell. She started selling her bathwater. She was selling it for like $25
There
per
you go.
ounce. I saw that on the internet. I did not personally buy it and bring it and delve myself with it. I couldn't afford it. I lost my money on fucking Hawk 2 a coin. So like I couldn't, I can't afford that stuff.
Plus, you're planning a trip to London soon, I'm sure.
No, I live here in the north.
Oh, God. The London accent, please. Okay, this one's for you, Trampy. You guys know that I always try to do some, fun facts about different places that you can visit in Vegas. So we're going to move on to the Erotic Heritage Museum. Here you go, Trampy. It opened in 2008 and underwent a brief closure in 2014, during which time the administration of the museum changed and many of the original displays were removed. An interactive 10-foot vulva, a carefully curated collection of Eva Braun's lingerie, and installation of sex bikes, including the world's largest, celebrity sex tapes, and exploration of sex in a space, but few of the exhibits have been housed in this 24,000 square foot space in the past few years. While many galleries are filled with artifacts relating to sexuality and erotica, some exhibits also explore the nexus between sex and political suppression. So there you go, Tramp. Put that on your list of places to see. I've left them speechless. You just never know what you're going to get when you come into our spaces. We are a box of chocolates. Oh my gosh, too fun. Okay, you guys, I did want to go over the list of things that we compiled last week as a group. We did not go over it again in the space after we had compiled the list, but I did want to read it now for anybody that's new to the show and maybe coming to the WSOP for the first time. So, or if you're coming, the second or fifth time, maybe just a reminder of what to bring in your backpack, as well as some additions that people put under the tweet when I posted the list. So here we go. 2 card protectors, sanitizer, coconut water, mixed nuts, a blanket, jacket, or hoodie, a first aid kit, a pad of paper, a pen, electrolytes, lip balm, your medicines, ID/player card, pot, and I don't mean the cooking kind, ibuprofen, socks, spare glasses/contacts, tissues or napkins, a charger or cord, gloves, hand warmers, a safety alert whistle. Some additions that that folks just put under the tweet were headphones/earbuds, which I was like, oh yeah, we did forget headphones. Protein bars and fruit, deodorant. My favorite, probably addition to the list: dude wipes, Lysol to sanitize where you poop. So there you go, folks. There are your reminders of what to bring in your backpack when you go to the WSOP. All right, I'm going to go around the horn. If you've got something you'd like us to discuss or comment about, um, we're going to go around the horn. Now's the time to bring it up, you guys. I'm going to start with Karen. She's at the gym. She may not hear us anymore. Karen, are you there? We're going to move right along to
It's right, I have
Trampy.
it.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't have anything to add. I'm just listening. I'm still here though.
No worries. Have a good workout. We'll talk soon. Appreciate you. Trampy, you're next, buddy. Anything you'd like to bring up or discuss?
Man, I think you guys covered a lot of this stuff. I just want to say, good luck to everyone out there, and yeah, hopefully one of these years, I'll be making it out there myself. Lots of, yeah, it brings up like when you were talking the other day, people were bitching about, the meetup game or this, that, or the other thing. And then I heard someone else bitching about, spaces that someone else is on, or they bitch about this space. So like, oh, I'm sick of listening to this guy. You know what, man? Start your own fucking shit then. Get on the microphone, get out there, advertise your
Preach.
stuff, promote your own shit, say, hey, you know what? I got a meetup game. This is the day. Come on, show up. Let me know if you're
Preach.
coming. Start your own spaces. Get people out there. That's the only thing I can think of to tell people. If you, instead of complaining about it, yeah, be about it.
Exactly. And when I started hosting meetup games, I told people it was to start the trend. Like, I want to see other people to host. Host one in California, New York, Chicago, Florida, wherever. I will support it. I will help you do it. You know, sitting around complaining like you didn't even attend it and you're going to complain, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, honestly, and then you're going to complain when somebody's hosting a space. Again, get the fuck out of here. Like Trampy said, host your own shit. You got so much to say, host your own shit. Honestly, host your own shit, whether it be on space, in person, whatever. Like, get a life. Get a life. Thank you, Trampy. Appreciate you. Joey, you're next, buddy.
Jerry, I just want to say how grateful I am to the universe that you guys took me in here on your spaces and made me feel like I'm part of the family. And I'm learning so much from everybody. And if I can just return that in 10% and you learn something from me, it's like a complete circle. I just love it. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the kind words, and we're glad you joined us for this craziness. And I know there's a lot involved with it that you may have thought that, or never even dreamt was involved with what we do here. And that's why some of us like kind of do some reminders, because not only you, but we have some audience members that are new and may not know some of the history or know some of why we do things the way we do. So hopefully we're bringing you along without having too many growing pains.
No,
But
you know what? I love it because Colette is here every step of the way listening. So if I miss something, she's filling me in. You know what I mean? I love it.
well,
Thank you.
Well, we love you and Colette too, and glad you have joined us for sure. It's been really fun listening to your coaching corner, and I have gotten, people are enjoying it. People are enjoying it. I tagged you in a post somebody made about it. People are enjoying it, and I hope you realized that you're right on cue with what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
You bet, buddy. You bet. Isaac, go ahead, bud. Isaac? Uh-oh. Poor Isaac. I'm just going to give a little shout out. I see Kush and D-Man down there, John B, Exec Deck, Crypto Daniel, Dillo. Glad y'all joined us, as well as those that have come and gone and are going to listen at a future time. Appreciate all of you. Isaac, are you there, buddy? God bless him. Y'all, I'm telling you, he's burning the candle at both ends. And I appreciate him for it, for sure. So did the Green Visor gang. They know what's up to. All right, he went back down. I'm just going to let him off the hook so he doesn't try to, Oh, I heard the beep beep. Go ahead, Isaac.
Oh, did I survive? Am I here?
You're
Am I
here.
here?
Do you have anything
Okay.
you wanted to bring up, comment about, or whatever? Go ahead.
Like I was saying when I didn't have a mic, I was about to say some wild shit, but I'll say something a little more subdued and say thank you to everybody for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this space and catch y'all tomorrow for day 8.
Day 8. Day 8. Will Sherry survive? Yes, she will survive. We will. I don't know if we're going to head home tomorrow or the next day. And if we head home tomorrow, if we're going to stop halfway, just because we're tired and we're trying not to push our luck and we're trying to have some fun along the way. So we'll get an update for sure. I think the tomorrow's show may be just right for my hotel room. And honestly, I could go to my bed right now and not leave that hotel room until we get on the road to go home, and I would be perfectly happy. But we're at the Horseshoe, and I think we're going to go over to Moneymaker's room tonight and play a tournament. So I'll get to test out Chris Moneymaker's room tonight. I think that's the plan. Hope we stick to it, but maybe not. Go ahead, Joe.
This is from Colette. She has a question. She wants to know
Sure.
when do you arrive in Vegas?
On the 22nd of June through June 30th.
Awesome.
Can't wait. Can't wait. I think I have to have at least one more garage sale before then. And those may be the end of me, but I think I'm going to try to do one more garage sale before then, just because honestly, you guys, I'm in a panic. The amount of work we have to do to empty my home so I can move cross country is mind boggling. And, but I think somebody came. I have to check with my husband, but I think somebody came yesterday and bought 25 rocks. So that would be a total of 37 rocks that we sold.
I told you, Sherry. I know it. I know you're starting late in life. You know what I'm saying? But you just gonna have to admit that slanging rocks is where it's at.
I'm telling you guys, if I didn't see this for myself, I would not believe it. These people are fighting over these rocks. The one lady is like, I'm just sending my husband. What do you want for the whole pile that's left? And I gave her a price. She's like, okay, I'm going to get him to come and get them. And honestly, I didn't check back to see if he picked them up last night or not, but you just can't make it up. But for our point of view, it's amazing because once those rocks are gone, that's like one project checked off the list, right? So, but yeah, we're selling rocks at the garage sale. Most popular item, quartz rocks at the garage sale. Come and get them. So it's been comical.
Hey, Sherry, can we
Yeah.
get some rocks for the meetup game though? You know what I'm saying? Splash the pot items. I mean, hey.
You guys would shit a brick if I brought 3 little goodie bags with a little rock in each, and you guys got that as a bonus prize for your damn one of the splash the pots. It would be like a bonus package with one of the splash the pot items, which is hilarious. That's a great
It would be like
idea.
Charlie Brown on
I'm
Halloween.
just telling you. You know, just a couple rocks is all it's gonna take.
I love it. What'd you say, ASG?
I said it would be like Charlie Brown on Halloween.
Exactly. And what's so funny is the memes that my kids are sending me, because they were like when they were little, our neighborhood was just being built. And so we would go to like the different homes that were being built because the builders would just make a pile of the rocks that they were trying to move out of the way so they could build. And so my kids, we would go rock hunting, right? Da, 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 we're going rock hunting. And the kids would, pick up the rocks and put them in the truck. And so now they're like, why aren't you, I'm getting memes. It should be $5 a rock. And then I'm getting my youngest son sent like a meme where the Egyptians are carrying like blocks of of, I don't know, was it rock or stone, whatever they used to build the pyramids. So there's pyramids in the background and the Egyptians carrying this big boulder. Oh my God, I'm dying with the gifts that they're sending me and the freaking memes, you guys. It really, for our family, we are just dying with these people buying rocks. Like they're buying the fucking rocks at the garage sale. I'm here for it. Take them away because then we won't have to. But anyway, let me get off here because I do need a nap. Thank y'all. Appreciate
Wait, I got.
y'all. Go ahead.
Just wanted to throw in one thing, and maybe we can discuss it later, or a different day. But
No,
I
go right
added
ahead. Go.
no, I added Jeff Platt, but on the streams this year, they're not. Uh, Even though there's like a 5 hour delay, they're not like fast forwarding through the breaks. So like, yeah, the breaks are
Oh,
actual breaks that are either a half hour or hours long between rounds. So yeah, be prepared if you're watching a stream that there might be large breaks that aren't like filled in, and now that we're gonna fast forward, you know,
right.
because of the time that we had on the delay of the stream. Nope, they're actually between rounds. Yesterday they were showing day one of the 2003 World Series of Poker main event.
All right. So, and I'm sure they're trying to figure it all out, right? They're trying to figure it all out and they will. And I have faith that the product's going to be good. By the time ESPN comes in for the final table and the main event, I think they're going to have it down to a science for sure. So, thank you for that though. So, you will have the full break in the viewing. So be prepared. That's the time for you to take a break, people. Thanks for letting us know that, ASG. I'm really looking forward to going back and watching some of this footage. Probably I'll be on my airplane ride to
Well, there
Vegas,
you go. If you're watching the footage, you can have a whole lot of time you can skip there.
right? I can fast forward. It may behoove me to wait for the video or the replay so that I can fast forward since time is of an essence for me in my life right now. But okay, perfect. Thank you for letting us know that, ASG. Appreciate you for sure. You guys, if you're playing today, good luck on the felt. Keep us updated on your what you're doing. How's it going? If don't forget, if you know somebody that has a stake, and encourage them to come tell us about it. We'll listen. Maybe somebody will help with their staking package. Joey, let us know how Alex is doing for sure. I can't wait for that update
I
tomorrow.
know it's going to be awesome.
I look forward to him winning that bracelet. I really do. Really do. Appreciate y'all. If you're not playing today, get out and touch the grass, hug a loved one, call your mom, call your sister, a long lost friend, call them because you know what? One day you won't be able to. So don't have those regrets. Make that phone call, people. Love you all. Thank you, everybody. Bye.